information that I get from my research is sensory motor. It is age birth to years old. During this stage, children gain an idea of the world using skills such as hearing, seeing, touching, and reaching. This allows them to gain the understanding that things exist in rapid development. Next is pre-operational. It is about 2 to 7 years old. This stage, children are able to form thought without logic, but helps give them a better understanding of the world around them. From these two stages, children need viral nutrients and personal interaction for their brains to grow up properly. Children's brain will expand and become more developed in these early years. Although adults play a huge part in early childhood development, the most important way children develop is through interaction with other children. Even children at an early age have a preference of whom they want to interact with or form friendship with. We have a toddlers and preschool age children to teach them with early childhood good educators. Early childhood educators need to understand the inner workings of children age 0 to 8. This means they must study and understand the core aspect of a child's development, learning and behavior. They will also learn about the many teaching methods and strategies to connect and engage with a child. Why we study early childhood education? Exactly, to being an early childhood educator can definitely be a challenging job since there's need to be a lot of patience and dedication when working with children. However, those who have an interest in it will be benefit from being early childhood educators. The title I get for my individual task is Early Childhood Education Educators and their English language communication. Through my slide, we can know a little bit about children nowadays, educators, and other more. Passion, communication, and a love of young children are just a few of the qualities you need if you want to become an early childhood educator. Young children move a mile a minute, are always the best listeners, and are learning just about everything as if it's brand new. You might be the first adult outside of their family with whom they want to interact. That's a lot of responsibility, but you may already possess many traits that will make you a great childhood educator. And the rewards are pretty awesome. Besides smiles, hugs, and adoration from your little fans, you can touch the future with the wisdom you impart, the moral you teach, and the great example you set. If you like children and want to make a difference in their life, early childhood education lets you start at the beginning of it all with me. If you like children and want to make a difference in their lives, early childhood education lets you start at the beginning of it all with me. Actually, there are many points that I get and show in my slide. So I'm so excited to tell you about this point because all of these points are so very best and amazing for us. We can love and care about children no matter at home or school. If many educators at our country be more excellent in their English language, so many children grow up properly and be a smarter kids to their parents. Their parents can feel happy and proud too because their children or daughter can improve their communication too with their educators at school. Don't waste our time. Let's see and fly high together with Assalamualaikum. As you can see my previous video, I will repeat again. My name is Nurul Atikah Atasha Binti Muhamd Nizam and I'm from PAKK1132. Today, I would like to share you about this article. This article is about, is it time for us to learn English? Let's visit together. For me, in today's world, multilingualism is becoming more and more important. If you being able to speak a foreign language, it can help you to make a real connection with people and to know about place and lifestyles. Secondly, English also can give access to more entertainment and more access to the internet. Nowadays, many films, TV shows and music are published in English. By understanding English, you won't need to rely on subtitles anymore. Plusly, you can improve your reading skills and English listening. You know what? English also can make you look more smarter. Why I say like that? It's because when you communicate with people in English, the other people around you will see you are different from others. What about early childhood education? As you can see this picture, in my opinion, early childhood education is that relates to the teaching of children from birth up to the age of 8. In this age, it often focuses on guiding children to learn through playing, singing, and learn more about skills in their life. Furthermore, as we know, young children can be emotional, loud, and irrational. So, as a professional educators, we will need to guiding young children to behave in socially and manage their behavior. Back again. As you can see this question, why knowledge of English language is important to early childhood educators? Firstly, in my opinion, it is important to early childhood educators because it can help them communicate effectively with children, parents, and their friends who speak English as their first language. Moving to second point is easy to understanding. Understanding of what? I can see it also can help educators to understand the co-curriculum in school. For example, the activities of co-curriculum is often written in English. Last but not least, as we know, English is the most popular language in our country today. So, early childhood educators must prepare or practice their students speaks and learn in English. Because of this, it can help them to adapt and understand with new environment. For example, our students get into primary school and they can learn how to communicate with teachers or people around them in English language. So, the educators can be more powerful in their English language. What about to improve English language communication skills? Do you want to know? My main point is practice with a conversation partner. Based on this point, for me, I will find someone like my uncle who is teacher English in primary school to practice my vocabulary with him regularly. This will help me gain feel scared to communicate and teach other people around us, especially our lovely students. Thirdly, we also can read English texts like magazine, blog, and English books. From this text, you can get new words, and it's very helpful for early childhood educators. In addition, if you don't know some word, you can ask to the person who more fluent in English language. It's very helpful to you to be a professional educator and hardworking teacher. Lastly, for me, if we want to improve our communication skills, we need to reduce our speaking speed. Do you want to know how? You can speaking slowly and clearly because it can make you be better and make it easier for others to understand us. We don't have to worry if our vocabulary is wrong because we need to learn from mistakes first if we want to success like the others. Continue with our point. I think we must practice public speaking. Public speaking may sound daunting, but there's no better way to develop good communication by trying out public speaking opportunities. In these activities, we can practice how to speak in front of a large of group. So definitely, we can magnify our weakness and force us to develop a great communication. Lastly, we can improve our influencing skills. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure because we always practice like every day and we must have a good vocabulary and pronunciation. We also can improve our research skills. It's because it shows that applications we use to get the strong feel to get best communication and good communication skills. On the other hand, we can ask for feedback too. There's no shame in asking for honest feedback on our communication. For example, we can ask from our lecturer and learn the advice that our lecturer gives. There is advantage to us to improve our communication by the other day. By asking our lecturer, they can see how we want to learn about this and always upstream their hand to help us. If every day or every week we do this, naturally, we can be more better person in communication with English language. At the same time, some people want to ask help from us because we'll be more confident to checking and answer their questions. We can be inspired to them because of our hard working to be a success person. Let's we go through to the next point. Next, we also can focus on non-verbal communication too. What is non-verbal communication? Non-verbal communication is the transmission of message or signals through a non-verbal platform such as eye contact, facial expressions, posture, and body language. If we are doing this, we can affect the first impression you make on someone. We can use all of this when we meeting with someone. In this action, we can look more confident and not afraid of speaking and communicate in English language. So, from this, we learn how to teach our students in the next time in our classroom, and we know how to make their understand with our subject and what game we used to teach them in that day. Do you know? Clear communication starts with active listening too. If you are just focused on how you express yourself, chances are you not listening or reacting on how you expressing yourself in the moment. By listening it can help you to write the word and hear the pronouns and know how to speak well with the others. If you are doing this listening, other people can with our friends by listening by music, video or anything. So our friends can help us to correctly our pronouns and help us to make ourselves improve day by day. This slide, I want to share you about why we need to learn English communication. It's because it can be quick benefit to us. Firstly, activities of traveling can be more easier. Speaking in English will benefit us while traveling, which is another excellent reason to start studying this language. In reality, English is regarded as the international language in the majority of countries. That is, you can always locate an English-speaking person whether you are in China. If you are travel frequently, you are probably well aware of how frustrating it can be at times, particularly in terms of communication. In fact, many people choose to go travel together in order to prevent this manner. Only those who are not fluent in English never experience this. The second point is all of us can study all over the world. I say like this because English is the main language for studying any subject all over the world. English is important to students as it broadens their minds, develop emotion skills, improve the quality of life. As we award the English language, skills depend upon 4 core skills. First, it is listening skill. It can improve the imagination and vocabulary of a learner. While listening, we can use to visualize the scene and memorize in our memory. Next is speaking skill. When we speak, we get to know our mistakes and we can improve it further one by one. Thirdly is reading skill. We can reading a book or a passage helps in improving the vocabulary and concentration. Last but not least is the writing skills. When we write, we got to know what are we writing and do we know the spellings of all words. For your information, if a student masters these 4 skills, then their English will automatically improve and gain confidence in presenting their skills. For me, the importance of the English language is wider in education. A student studies other subjects in English language only like science, economics, geography, and history. If they know the general rules of grammar, well then, so it makes we can easily write the notes and can communicate well with other people. My last point in this slide is can make us meet new people. New people? What's meaning of new people? New people is more specific to get more friends and add more contact in our life. I think English is the official language of 53 countries and is used as a lingua franca by people from all over the globe. By learning English language communication, you can have communication with individuals from various backgrounds. For example, you're traveling in Brazil, Korea or Filipina and the others. Moreover, English is the most commonly spoken language worldwide, with being able to speak or understand it. This makes it easier to communicate with others and from conversations. In addition to expanding our social circle, learning English can also open up new opportunities for us professionally. Having a good communication can increase our chance of finding a job in a multinational company within our home or abroad. I think this is our last slide, so we can see many points that are important to us in whatever we do in this world, from our birth up until to our age now. For me, effective communication is essential in early childhood settings. Children's development of language is based on two-way communication is one of the most important. Communication is the greatest importance. It is important to sharing out one thought and feeling to live a fuller and happier life. The more we communicate, the less we suffer and the better we feel about everything around. For educators, more you study, more you can be a good teacher in the future. Do you know, English has become the first and the common worldwide language in the world. Nowadays, learning English it is not about trendy, but it is necessary. It is practically impossible to avoid it at work, holiday, or ever in our leisure time. That is why it is very important children to acquire high language as possible, particularly in English language. The reason behind starting to teach English as a foreign language at an early age, students always say English difficult to them, but they don't know if we learn about English language, it can make them be a powerful person and smarter than the others. So, to be a professional educator, let's we love this English language and more practice in our life. This activity not will waste your time, but you can feel learn this with happily. Many function and effect to yourself and can use to the other people outside. So we must intelligent in doing our work and be serious if we want that achievement. If we be someone worthy one day, our parents must proud of ourselves and we can be a role model to our siblings. Yes, true. We can teach them from our home too. I think that's all from me. Thank you for sharing your ears and eyes to see and listen my presentation. I hope you can give me the best mark and success in my life. Thank you again. Bye and take care.